Those who will stay till the very end, we will be basically sharing with you a gift as well, which I'm sure you're gonna love it. And that nobody has shared in India, at least, which is my knowledge. So we're gonna do that as well for you on sales objections, which I'm sure are gonna be very, very useful for all of you. So do mention what exactly you are. Okay, Imran Khan is a pharma student. Burari Ganesh is a digital marketing officer. Asim. Venkatesh Rao, financial wellness coach, facilitator and healer. Sonia, thank you. Thank you, Venkatesh. Thank you, Imran. Thank you, Mr. Ganesh. Awesome. Thank you, Dayanath, dealers for tractors and agriculture, health coach. Awesome. Please do mention in the chat box. And since I think we have limited time with us, so let me just quickly move to the presentation without any fluff. So yeah, today we're going to share with you 3 steps. And let's first discover what exactly we're going to cover today. Okay, next 30 minutes. First, when actually sales happen. Okay, so what goes inside the mind of your prospect? At what time sales really happen? We're going to cover that. Secondly, we're going to cover 3 mistakes to avoid in your sales call, right? Which we found a lot of people do. Of course, we all go through our own experiences. So just to share with you our experiences. And since we work in sales training and where we provide proper marketing and sales support to ad tech and sales companies who are doing more than 1 CR and how they can scale up to 5 CR, 3 CR and annually. So we found out a lot of like mistakes that are common among them. Then 3 steps which you can use that has helped my clients to generate over 1 CR. Okay, I'm sure you all gonna build your own business where you want to scale, right? So use these 3 simple steps. As the topic of today's presentation is selling made simple, right? So there's 3 simple steps which I'm sure you're gonna find very useful. Now, whether you are a beginner or an experienced person, whether you're selling a 5,000 product or a 50 lakh product, we have worked with all those kind of clients. The same system works for them too. And I will share with you the 5 daily practices which you need to make. Again, selling is a skill, right? You all understand that. So we need to work on that skill. Just like any other artist, they hone their skills. Similarly, sales is a skill as well. So how you can become presentation for you, right? So I hope all of you are excited and looking forward to this. So I would request if you want to make notes, you can do that. Write down your stuff. So what exactly is sales? When exactly sales happen? Now I will just walk you through some of the basics of sales. Now, human beings, whether we are individuals or in groups, we are never satisfied with our current situation, right? And we always look to more. We want to maybe, let's suppose you are doing a 5 lakh per month, you are looking for to how you can 2x your sales or how you can 10x your sales, right? So we always look for more in our life. So we always want to, conquest for more. And this could be more wealth, better health, better career or whatnot. Like whatever you're selling, I'm sure you're solving a problem through your product and service. So we always look for that. So what exactly happens is people are unable to fix their problems on their own. So they need a faster route and want somebody to hold their hand towards the right path. And if you can connect that gap between the problem and the desired possibilities, which I'm sure was shared by Dan Locke as well in the video, like where they are, where they want to go. So if you can fill that gap, that's where you become like a sales champ. And in our community, we call it Sales Lord or DC Lord, right? That's the name, that is the name of our community. So let's understand this quickly through an example, which I will again not take more of time. If you have to ask me what exactly sales, now there is a guy or a person who is having some kind of challenges, problems. Now think about your target audience. They are going through some kind of challenges, some kind of problems, okay, which they are aware to a certain extent. They are going through those challenges and they are always, they also have a desired goal. They want to maybe have a better health. If you're selling us like a health coach are there. If you are someone who's selling some kind of event management, right? A business owner or a company want to arrange like organize an event. So what all the hustle and bustle they have to go through to arrange an event. So all these kind of are possibilities like desired state where they want to go. Or if you are into pharma, like what exactly problem that you are solving through your pharma thing, right? So we always have a desired goal. We all have it, right? Whether we want to get into shape, we want to do our relationship better with our spouse or the family members, we want to do better in our careers or not. So we all have aspirations, right? So people don't know how to solve their problems. So they need a product or service from an expert to solve that. Okay. Now, if you ask me, Sachin, what exactly in one word is sales is? Sales is nothing, just a change or transformation that you can bring. through your product or services or a combination of both. Simple. Sales is nothing, just a transference of your belief system. You believe your product can solve their problem, but do your prospect believe in you or your product or your service? That's what sales is. It's a transference of belief. It's a change. It's a transformation. So can your product help them to move from where they are right now, whatever pain they're going through, to a desired where they want to go in 6 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, whatever you're selling and whatever time frame that you are having for yourself. Cool. So that's the basic of sales. Now here there's another part of it. So when does actually sales happen, right? That's more about sales. So sales, as you know, we are human beings. Sales is always an emotional decision. Humans emotionally want to buy from people. Emotionally, I'm saying. But where they stop is logically. So what you need to do in your sales call as well, you need to take care of emotions as well as logics. Emotionally, they are invested. If I'm going through a pain, I will go to a doctor, right? And get the checkup done. So emotionally, I really want to get this rid of the pain. But logically, that means whether this doctor, this solution that he's giving me, antibiotics, tablets, or homeopathy, Ayurvedic, there's so many different ways, right? So can that really help me out? It's more of a logic to me, right? Logical situation. So emotionally, people want to buy from you, or they really want to solve that problem, if not from you, but you really want to help their logical brain to make the decision. Cool. So that means you need to take care of both. It's not only about emotions. It's not only about logics as well. We have all heard that sales an emotional decision. Yes, it is. But people do not take only the emotional decisions. They always take emotional decisions through logics as well. So you need to make sure you take care of both. I hope this is clear so far. So let's quickly move on. Now, this is another fact that I want to share with you. Okay. 10% of the people never going to buy from you. Whatever the leads list that you are having right now, they will not buy, right? It's the same 80-20% phenomena, Pareto principle, which you are aware of. 10% of the people will not going to buy from you. So do not dwell on them. Do not think, oh my God, they are not buying and all this stuff. Maybe they are not the qualified leads, or if they are qualified leads, still they will not going to buy from you. It's a rule. Do not dwell on that. Now, 80% of the people need help in deciding whether your product is best, your competitor product is best, or another competitor like whosoever ABCD, whoever product is best. So that's why you need to train yourself on the skill called sales. 80% of the people need help in deciding whether should I go with A, B, C, D, whatever. Okay. So that's where you need to work on the skill called sales. You need to train yourself how to do it. And that's where a lot of you will be able to generate more revenue if you're going to improve that numbers of yours. And 10% of the people will always be there. Like, forget about any framework or any strategy that you follow. They are always kind of individuals who are very clear in their head. They know they want to buy, they want to work with Pramod, or they want to work with Sachin. 10% of the people are very clear. Okay. So I'm sure you must be resonating with this, right? You always find some people who are very easy to close. These are 10% of the people. But make sure you do not mess them up as well. It's a very simple thing. So irrespective whether if you do not follow any process in sales, automatically one couple of sales you're gonna get automatically. Why? Because these are the individuals who are very clear in their head. They want to work with you. They might have maybe seen you somewhere. They might have got the referral or something like that. So these are 10% of the people. So make sure you need to train. We need to focus upon, if you really want to become top 1% in your industry, is 80% of the people. Clear? If this is clear so far, can I have clear in the chat box, please? Yep. I would request, because my session will be, as I mentioned, will be very interactive. So I would request all of you to be stay there as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now let's talk about the 3 mistakes that we need to avoid in our sales. Okay. Now, what are these mistakes? Number 1, which you heard from Dan Locke as well, be a problem solver. Don't be a product pusher. Now, product / service, whatever you're offering, do not be a do not be a product pusher. I'm sure you will also not like if somebody's gonna push you to make a sale, right? Nobody would do that because we show resistance. So what we need to do is we need to become problem solver. Now, what I mean by that is, now just so that you want to close a sale, you want money, right? People often go into pusher mode. They miss or avoid giving time to understand what actually their prospect are looking for. Which again, like the video, if you have seen that before joining the meeting, before we start the meeting, Dan Locke shared 5 questions, right? So you need to give a lot of time to your prospect first, understand their needs. So that's the problem that I have seen, and specifically in what do you call, corporates or the clients that we deal with, specifically in the coaching and training as well, because we want sales, because we want to close people, we want money. We suddenly, how I can close this guy? Not at all. If they showed up in your call, just believe that, okay, let me first understand if I'm the right fit, I'll be able to like share, or I will pitch. If the requirement is not such, I will not even pitch my product or service. That's how people at the top level play the game. Okay. Now, this feel like a cliche statement, but still most of the people do this mistake. Why? Because maybe they are having a bad month. They are not able to hit those targets that they have kept for themselves, right? Automatically. That's how human psychology works. Hey, how I can close this guy? I want to be, make sure that they buy and all that stuff because I want to get that money, whatever. So all these belief system we do create. Now, just to help you with an example, consider this example. Let's suppose you want to buy a home. Now, why home? I have picked this example because it's a very premium, right? 5 CR, 10 CR, 1 CR. That's very, very at a premium price. Now, if you want to buy a house and you go to a real estate agent where they just ask you a couple of questions and then they just try to, tell you more about a house. They're sharing more about the house that they are selling. Oh, this house is really good. It's a 3 BHK. It will help you this, that, marble and all that stuff they are talking about. Now you think, would you buy from this person or you would buy from a person, on the other hand, who is welcoming you, who is just understanding your needs? Like 60%, he's just asking you questions. What kind of house you're looking for? What is the purpose that you're like, why you want to buy the house? What are your goals? Like, what are your budgets and all that stuff? So they are asking a lot of questions, understanding. Now, what do you think who will get the sale at the end of it? Or not the sale, at least the experience that, hey, I really like this guy. He totally understood my needs. And then he showed me the house. It showed me that range. Okay, this is 50 lakh, this is 1 CR, this is 5 CR, this is 10 CR. Okay. So I'm sure now do mention in the chat box which one you think that will get the sale, the person A or the person B, right? So sales is not just about pitching your product. First, understand. Let's be clear about the concept of sales. It's not about pitching your product. Let me be very clear. It's about understanding your prospect first. How deeply you know your prospects. That's the game is. And can you extract out that pain through your questions? That is another skill. That's it. These are the two things, if you can done correctly, which again we're going to cover in the next part, like 3 steps. That means sales is done. Sales will never happen when you're telling your price or at the end of the call. Sale always happen at the start of the call. How you started the call and how you have taken that initial first 5, 10, 15 minutes of your call. People start making perceptions about you. Okay. When you go in a sales call or in person or a phone call, whatever, initial 5, 10 minutes, they make a perception about you. Right? Again, I will move forward quickly. So qualify them by asking the question whether they are they really need your solution. From today onwards, don't be a product pusher. Try to find out the real problem. What are the challenges? Just show it to them. These are the challenges that you're facing. Do you want to solve them right now? Yes. Then go into okay, this is how we can help you out, right? So don't be rushing to pitch instead of focusing on solving the problem. So don't show the desperation of selling, because your prospect are much more smarter. We are living in 2024, right? Don't show the desperations. I'm sure you will also not love or like to buy from somebody who's showing the desperation, who is just after your life, buy, or just pushing you to make decisions. So be smarter. They are very smart. Let me be like, very smart people are there in 2024. Make sure you do not show the desperation. Otherwise, they can sense it from far away. Okay, so who will get the sales? I'm sure this guy, right? So be a problem solver. And before problem solver, help them to find a problem. What is the real problem is, right? If I'm having a pain somewhere in my neck and I'm not sure why it is happening, what did the doctor do? Doctor asked me a lot of questions. Then he tell me the root cause of it. I thought the pain is in the neck, but maybe somewhere else some issue has happened. That's why my neck is paining, right? Similarly, like you have some pain in your teeth or somewhere and you have a headache, right? So all this is how it works. So help your prospect to find the problem and then help them to solve that problem by asking questions. Simple. Clear? I hope that is clear. Second mistake people do is selling the features. That's the most biggest mistake that I've seen people doing. Selling the features. Now, what exactly I mean, most coaches, trainers, or any business owner think, they think that by sharing more information because we love speaking, right? Because we have this innate, we are teachers, right? We love sharing, we love talking. By talking more about your product, we will get the sales. As a result, they don't get sales. Sales doesn't happen. Because why? You have been speaking a lot. You're selling the features. which they're not interested in, right? And then they blame their target market, their product, their competition, the lead quality and whatnot. I'm sure how many of you have heard this from your colleagues or people who are into business? Lead quality is not good, and my competition is zyada and all that stuff, right? So by doing that, they just do the same thing what others are doing and hence get the same results what others are getting. Okay, now how you can become different? Let me show you an example. Let's suppose you're on island 1. Okay, you are hungry, very, very hungry. Okay, forget about shelter, family, drinking water. You are very hungry. Focus only about the food. Now, if somebody gonna give you the food, you will not gonna check and ask them question whether it is certified by Indian agencies, the food government, their government agencies and all who collect, what do you call, give the certificates whether this is qualified or not, or all that stuff. So that you will not gonna check that. You will not gonna check whether it's a junk food or what, because you are so hungry, you need that food, right? So that's what your product or service is. It's a boat helping them. They just want to get out of this logged island where there's nothing there, and they want to go to island 2 where they can solve their hunger. Then whether I drop a samosa or whatever, you're gonna eat that, right? So that's what your product is all about. Your product is that boat. So nobody's interested in the features of your boat, right? So talk about the final destination, not about the design of your boat. People are not interested in the details. They want the desired outcome. And how you can show them the outcome? Step 1, step 2, step 3. That's it. 2 or 3 simple steps. First, we will work on this so that you have this problem solved. Second step, this problem solved. Third, this problem solved. That's it. So do not over explain it, right? And then the third problem, stretching the gap. This is the most biggest thing people know they need to do, but they don't know how to do it. How to stretch a gap. I'm sure you must have went to a doctor, right? For something. You have sudden pain, let's suppose chest pain, for example. I'm just giving hypothetical, okay? Do not take on a heart. This guy is only talking about doctors, because that's the best way to learn from doctors. How they portray the problem to you. If somebody's having some pain in the chest, they feel like it's some pain, right? They can easily get some checkup done by paying 1,000 rupees and get some medications and all. But doctor asks a really question like, how long you have been facing this? Okay. At what time? Like, what are the symptoms? Are you having this as well? This as well? Okay. Okay. And then they will tell you, okay, this is not just about the chest. It's something about that has happened in your liver or maybe lungs, whatever. And that, so automatically the gap is stretched. Oh my God, I was thinking just I can, get, this should get sorted by just by going a visit to a doctor and paying 1,000 rupees, but it's not. Now they have to go through some surgeries or some checkups, some tests and all that stuff. So that's how you stretch the gap. Now it's a life and death situation for you, right? And that's where you're not going to think about, hey, let me give you some time to think about it. No, you will try to find the funds, even if you don't have the funds.
बेटू इसको खाना नहीं दिया था क्या?
Mukesh, खाना में भी बाद में मिल जाएगा. Please mute yourself. We can hear you out. Thank you. Okay, so what I was talking is stretching the gap. So you will not think about the price then. What you will do is you will just think about how can I arrange the funds to get this sorted. If I do not get this sorted, what will happen? You have 1 month, 2 months. That's what we hear from doctors, right? So stretch that gap. How? By asking questions. Due to lack of sales skills, and trust me, I've been into business consulting from last 5 years, and I have seen almost 99% of the coaches or business owners do not focus on sales skills. Neither they do focus or their sales team. They just use those old dated sales scripts or approaches which has worked in the past, and they use the same. Sales is another skill. You need to invest time in it. Okay. So due to the lack of sales skills, what will happen? They just ask surface level questions. But surface level questions only going to give you surface level answers, due to which you are not able to influence the prospect to take action. I told you, remember, logic plus emotions. Surface level questions want to give you surface level questions. What are surface level questions look like? Okay, so let's suppose if you are into health coach, right? You are a health coach, for example. Okay, so what's the issue or what's the challenge you have for dealing with? Okay, this. How long? Okay, this. Okay, so have you tried something or not? Yeah, I did this and that and this and that. Cool. How much price budget you are keeping for yourself to solve this? This. So these are all surface level questions. We do not go into deep. Okay. Now what I mean by deep is deep probing questions. And then they start believing selling is hard, it's difficult to close a client at a premium price. When I say premium, I'm talking about something 6-figure, 7-figure. Okay. So what to do then? I'm sure you must have heard, do not scratch the surface, dig deep to find the gold. When I say dig deep, that means go deeper, asking probing questions. Now, how to do that? By asking questions. Simple. Now, this is where whatever I was talking about. Island 1, island 2. Stretch this gap. Stretch this gap. How? Deeper probing questions. I will cover this part in the next 3 steps, which I will share with you. So these are 3 common mistakes people do. What's the solution? Solution is, first, do not be a product pusher, be a problem solver. Second is, don't sell the features. Talk about the final destination, where they want to go. Third, stretch the gap. Stretch the gap by asking questions, deep probing questions, which you're going to cover in the next step. I hope this is clear. 3 mistakes. If this is clear, can you please put clear in the chat box? Yep. Now, here are 3 steps that have generated for our clients more than 1.5 CR. And if you are like $170K in US dollars, follow this, copy paste this system that I'm just sharing with you. Okay. And we are also using the same system in our case. And we are selling at 6-figure and 7-figure, both. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for your response in the chat box. Love the energy. B. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Now, first part is, it's a 3P sales framework. Write it down. 3P sales framework. First is probing. 60% of your sales call time should go into probing, asking questions. 60%. If let's suppose your sales call average sales time is 60 minutes, when you go to a prospect and talk to, whether it's in person or it's on phone call or a Zoom call, 60% should go into probing only. Now, what I mean by that, probing is the art of getting beneath the surface and discovering the unique needs, aspirations, pain points. 5 questions which Denlock shared in the video, relevant questions. Okay, add to those to your sales script if you're using it. So asking thoughtful questions, you're going to actively listen to their responses. In sales, you should speak very less. Your prospect should speak very, like, more than you. If you are doing the reverse, that's why you're not getting the sales. Okay. From today onwards, check your recordings, check your sales call, ask somebody to record your sales call. Who is speaking more, you or your prospect? Okay. 60%, your entire job in probing is to ask questions. Challenge they are facing. Now, there are 5 questions which I recommend always to ask in your sales call. If you want to write down, I have not put them on slide, but you can write it down. First is identifying the pain. Where's the challenge they are facing? Even though you know it, the challenges are there about their health or their business or whatever problem that you're solving, still ask them in their own words, because they're going to give you keywords. Listen carefully what they are speaking, what they're talking. Is there any repetitive word they're talking about? My weight is more, my this is that, because of that, this is happening. I'm not able to take out time because I don't know how to do this event management stuff and all that stuff, right? Or digital marketing, like I don't know how to run the Facebook ads. Choose, like, listen to their words, what they're telling you. Okay. So that will give you a lot of content when you're going to move to the next step. I will share that with you, right? So ask thoughtful questions. The first one is identifying the pain. Second question is about what they have done to solve that pain in the past. Okay. What they have done, what all they have tried to solve that. If they have more weight, okay, ask them what exactly they have done to solve that problem or the challenge. That is second question. This will give you a clue what they all have tried. Because if you're not going to ask this question to them, how do you know whether your product will help them or not? Because they might have tried your competitor product and you both are selling the same stuff, the same thing. You will not get that idea, right? So this will give you a lot of clue what they have tried in the past to solve that problem or the challenge. Third question is desire. What is the goal? Where they want to go? Destination. Okay. Why that goal is important to them? That's deep question. Why questions are always deep questions, probing questions. This will give you more sales. Always ask why questions in your sales call. Why that is important to you? Or why health is more important to you? It might sound like it's a stupid question. You know, they know, but let them answer. Do not assume in your sales call. When you're going to assume in your sales call, that's like basically you're assuming. and you're not asking, you're not probing deeper. So always ask why questions in your sales call. Cool. The fourth question is the most important question, that is support. What I mean by support means whether they are the decision maker or not, or they are dependent on their spouse, their partner, their co-founder, or their managers to make the decision. Before even pitching your product or service, ask this question: are they the sole decision maker or not? And last question is the cost question, that is consequence question. That is again a very deep probing question. Why you want to solve it right now? Like, why not to delay it further for next 3 to 6 months? What will happen? What will happen if you don't solve it right now? See how they are perceiving it. How, like, you will check the priority, right? So whether they are taking this a priority right now, or they are just, wasting your time in a sales call, right? That's how you judge it. So when you ask these 5 questions, I hope these are clear. If this is clear, I mean, let me know. Maybe we can ask, like, have a questions on them later once the this is done, session is done. So these are 5 questions you should ask in probing part. So these are gold mines. I'm telling you, nobody gonna tell you this, what questions to ask and all. You will have random YouTube videos, but these 5 questions gonna give you a lot of clarity. And when you ask these questions, you will get less objections. We help our clients to get 30 to 40% less objections as compared to earlier by just rectifying the question they were asking in the sales script. And I'm talking about people who are selling at 5 lakh product. Okay, 5 lakh product in at tech industry. So the whole goal of probing is to listen more and speak less. That's the probing part. I hope this is clear. Next is pitching. Once you are done with the probing, once you analyze their needs, challenges, where they are at, whether they are the right people or not, then go on only pitch. Otherwise, don't pitch. If they are not the decision maker, do not go and pitch. Ask them, hey, if you're since you shared that your partner is like, you both take the decision for your health or for your business, for your career, or your like co-founder, I would really appreciate it. Would be really good utilization of our time if you both are there on the call, so that you can make an informed decision forward, right? So do not pitch your product if all the stakeholders are not in the same call. Otherwise, you always going to get the objection that I will check with my spouse, I will check with my partner, I will check with my co-founder. Making sense? Yes or yes? I'm sure you must have got this objection in your life, right? At least once, if not more than that. That I will think about it, give me some time, I will check, and all this. People are going to throw this objection because you have not checked this before even pitching your product, right? So pitching should take only 20% of your call time. If your call, as I mentioned, if you are taking 1 hour for your sales call, that means around 30 to 35 minutes should only go in probing. Rest, 15 minutes should go into this pitching, or 10 minutes, in fact, I would say. Now, what exactly pitch look like? Pitching is about showcasing how your product service can solve their problem. That's it. No features, nothing. If you feel they are the prospect that you can help them, then only go and pitch. This is where you can connect the dots, the challenges they had, and the solution. How your product or service can provide that solution. Do not focus on features. Instead, share step by step in 2 to 3 steps how you can solve their problem. If you're a health coach, for example, I'm again taking the example. I'm not sure. I think one of you are health coach, right? So you get your sales script here itself. So focus on first. Okay, we're gonna work on your diet. Secondly, we're gonna work on your exercise, like diet. Apart from diet, is exercise plan or whatever. Third is accountability. Venkatesh, fifth question was consequence question. Consequence. What will happen if they do not solve? Why they want to solve the problem right now? To check the priority of that particular problem. Okay, whether they are really prioritizing this problem, or they are just bluffing you and wasting your time in the sales call, and theirs also. How much they are prioritizing that particular problem or the solution that they're looking for. How much is that priority? Okay, so only 2 to 3 steps in doing the demonstration of your product or service. Clear? I hope this is clear. Let's quickly move on to the last part, which now you know, right? It's 3P, and third P is pricing. Here you're going to reveal the price, and it should take only 10% of your time. And when I say 10% of your sales call time, it also includes dealing with objections which they're going to throw in case they have it. But by using this simple framework, simple probing, pitching, pricing, we are able to again generate over 1.5 CR for our clients in last 7 to 9 months. Okay, that's additional to whatever they were doing earlier. I'm talking about. right? And now we are working with a client to scale their business to $1 million in next 6 months. $1 million in next 6 months, just using the same framework. Okay. So what exactly is the pricing? This is the most important part. Okay. The pricing of the conversation, like the pricing conversation can become a maker or a break moment in your sales process. So what you need to do is should be very confident when you speak, like when you share your price, whether you're charging 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh, whatever. I told you, like we are dealing with clients who are selling at 5,000 as well and 50 lakh as well. So be very confident while sharing your price. Be very transparent. Do not hesitate. People can sense the energy if you yourself going to hesitate and sharing the price. Okay. And do not lower it for someone. And this is the most important. I would request all of you, if you want to take one key takeaway from this entire presentation, this is this third point. Never ever over explain your price. Whatever you're charging, never ever ever explain. Because when you go in over explaining, that means you're not sure. It shows that you're not sure about now it shows to other, like your prospect, you're not sure. And when you over explain, you always say a few words which can become an obstacle in making a decision for your prospect. I charge like for this entire ABCD, whatever you're solving, to take you to this AB, like XYZ, the entire investment is 5,000 US dollars. And if you do not perform, like whatever guarantee you have, give them a guarantee. Simple. Be confident, quiet. Let them decide now. Then they will ask you the question. What I have seen, what people do, even if they're charging 5,000 also, they start over explaining. No, that's okay. 5,000 only for this. And we can also give you an EMI and all this stuff and all that stuff. Do not over explain. They have asked you for the EMI or what? If they ask, then only share. Otherwise, do not share. Do not over explain your price, whether you're charging 5,000, 50,000, 1 lakh, 5 lakh, whatever. So quickly summarizing everything. First piece probing, next piece pitching, next is pricing. And I'm sure this will make you at least addition, if you're going to follow this. This is generated more than 1 CR. I'm sure it's going to generate at least 10 lakh for you in addition to whatever you're doing. So fix your sales calls, templates, process, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now let's quickly move on to the last part, which is 5 daily practices to master sales. I hope this was clear to you. 3P sales framework. If you have any questions, we will take it in the I think next 3 to 4 minutes, which again I will share. But this was very, very simple, right? If that is clear to you, again put clear in the chat box. That will be helpful for me to understand whether you have got what I've shared or not. And this, I'm sure you have never heard these kind of presentation ever on sales. At least my understanding is, at least in India, because nobody gonna share that. They will charge for this what I'm sharing. And I paid more than 10 lakhs in myself to learn sales only. Okay. And of course the marketing as well. So that's how you should do it when it comes to scaling your business to at least 10 lakh per month, if not 1 CR. Okay. So what are those 5 practices? Now, this again is a skill that you need to invest in. Do not think, I'm sure you go to school, you go to college, you hone something, and then, work on your business. But sales is one aspect. If you do not do it correctly, your business is gonna go down. If not today, maybe after 6 months or 10 months. So sales is the most important part. And if you really want to become good in top 1% in the industry, because what people do in top 1% industry, like when they are in the top 1%, they do more practice. They do more of what others are doing, right? If your competition is doing 10 times, they are doing 20 times, 15 times of that. So that means you need to invest time in your sales skills to improve that. Now, what exactly you should do in when I say invest in your sales skills? First, always, and always, and I will always keep on saying always. Why? Record your sales call. If you're not recording it, record your sales call and see and review it. And I would highly recommend, if you do not have a mentor who you can work with on a one-to-one. Share with them. Who are doing much better than you when it comes to closing and also making more sales. Why? Because they can show it to you where you have missed out or what you need to improve upon. Is it rapport building? Is it more probing part? Is it the pitching where you're messing up? Or is it more about objection handling that you're not doing correctly? So practice and record yourself. Go in front of mirrors. I know it's look like more about, public speaking thing, but that works. Okay. Practice yourself. Practice for tonality. Now I will keep it for some other day, maybe. Tonality, it's not about what you ask, it's always about how you ask those questions. Your tonality matters a lot. Check the verbal pause. Are you pausing a lot or not? Are you taking the pause or not? How you're speaking. Practice for this, okay? Second is listen to your call recordings. This seems like a basic stuff, but when you do basic stuff correctly, that's how champions become champions. Why Virat Kohli is Virat Kohli? Because Virat Kohli, it's not like he make runs in the match. He make like he do a lot of practice. He practice the shot a lot in the practice sessions. That's why Virat Kohli is Virat Kohli, right? So it's not about how you're pitching in your exact sales call. It's about how you're practicing it when you are really practicing those skills, right? So listen to your call recordings. One thing that you have done good, one thing that you need to improve upon. That will give you a lot of reflections. And again, rather than you doing it because you are doing it at a certain level, why you are not able to go where you want to go? Or let's suppose if you want to reach to 10 lakh and you're doing just 2-3 lakh a month, why you are not able to reach to 10? Because you don't know how to reach to 10. So have somebody who's doing 10. Take the help of a mentor. Shortest path to success, having a right mentors. Okay. Third, which I'm sure you are all aware of it because you're into business. Role play is very, very important. Whatever sales framework you're using or use this 3P framework, do a role play. That means again, practice. Either with again, if you're a solopreneur, do it with somebody who's a buddy of yours. If you have a team, ask them to practice, do the role plays. When I say role plays, it doesn't always about just, asking the question. It's also about how to dealing with objections. And that's what the gift that I'm sharing with you going to help you out. So do role plays, practice daily. That's what my team do. Every morning we do role plays only. We have a short team huddle meeting every morning, 10 a.m., 9:30 a.m. to like 10:15, where we do role plays. And that's what our clients also do. That's what we recommend them do. Consistently check your success stories and testimonials. Why? Because there will be some times where you'll not be able to hit your numbers, where you'll not be able to get the results that you want to, and you feel dejected, your confidence will be down, where you might feel like, oh, whether I'm doing it good or not. You start doubting your product and service as well. In those days, check out the success stories, the testimonials of your clients, how their life were when they came to you, how their life now when they have started working with you. So that will give you confidence that yes, my product work. Irrespective whether they are 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 50, 20. Okay. We always have phases in business, right? Where we feel low. Check your stories. This will give you confidence. And last, consistently take this. I think this is sixth one, right? Or fifth one. Constantly take the feedback and improving from mentors. I would highly recommend the shortest path to where you want to go is having the right mentor who can spend on like a one-to-one time with you. I'm not talking about being in a communities where 100 people are there and they're not able to give you time. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about somebody who can give you one-to-one time working with you. Have those mentors. And last, I think this is a bonus. KPIs, sales metrics. If you do not tracking, you are gambling in your business and specifically sales. Make sure you track your numbers. What is the percentage of closing? How many people are showing up? Follow up and everything. Tracking is the most important thing. Now, there are a lot of different KPIs apart from what people usually handle, like cover. We do it differently. So again, that's for a separate day, other day. But keep a track of your KPIs. Every single call that you do, make sure either you use simple Google Sheet or a CRM that you're having, right? So these are 5, or I would say 5 plus 1, 6 daily practices, which I'm sure are going to help you out. I hope these are clear and beneficial to you. If you find them useful, put maybe be in the chat box. Now here's time for your bonus, which I'm sure you have been waiting for. And I think we have already crossed our time, but I'm quickly sharing it with you. So what we are doing is we are coming up with the sales objection handling playbook, okay, which is going to give you step-by-step guide how to handle any objection that you have encountered. So we have not launched it. We will launch in June first week. It's free of cost. Don't worry. We are not even charging. So I'm just sharing with you a simple form which has your name and email ID that you need to fill in and what exactly you do. I'm just putting that in the chat box so you can scan this QR. We'll be sharing this free objection handling playbook for free to our email list. Okay. We're not going to publish it outside somewhere else. So I'm just sharing that link to you in the chat box. If you want to join that wait list, and if you want to get this playbook in your, what do you call, if you want to get this playbook, I'm gonna share this link to you. Just give me a second. I think it has opened. So this is how it looks basically. Give me a second. I'm just sharing the link with you guys. So click on this and you can join the playbook. Like you can join the waiting list. And with the first week of June, you will get over your email. Simple. So you put just name and your email ID. That's it. So that's the bonus for you. It will have every objection and how to handle them. It's not about just scripted thing. If your prospect say A, how you can respond. If your prospect say B, how to respond. So that's what it's a playbook. Okay. So you can subscribe to this. You can add like join this waiting list. So that's it from my presentation. I hope it was useful. Now I would no, give it back to Pramodji. And that's where I mentioned to you, right? The having the importance of mentors. And that's what I think he's doing with this community, where he's transforming life by empowering their digital skills. You know it today time. If you are not on digital platform, not utilizing it properly, you are missing out on a lot of business. So Pramodji, see how you are helping people, and maybe I'm sure you can share further details. And if you have any questions, maybe Pramodji will take care of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Sachin, for a wonderful session. And let's quickly share my presentation. After that, they can ask any questions if they have. So just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Share my
Sure.
screen.
So keep your questions. If you have any question, maybe you can put Q in the chat box, and later once the presentation is done by Pramodji, we can take your question.
Just 2 minutes. I'll not take much. Just 2 minutes. Let me quickly share about my offerings. I offer short workshops, the paid and free. Today, what we are doing did as a free thing. And I also offer fully tailored, that is customized one-to-one personal coaching. And I also offer premium membership, monthly membership, and done for you services and mentoring. So benefits of paid membership. If you want to join my community as a paid member, here are some benefits. Live session every Tuesday from 7 to 8 India time, and immediate access to hundreds of video lessons, and 15 minutes of one-to-one personal support per month from me, and continuous support, which is priceless, and free entry to mega workshops. So whenever I do workshops, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour workshop, so you get free entry to that. You will not be paying anything for that. Then expert guest talks, like how we invited Sachin today. So I know many people in the training industry. So whenever I invite, happily they accept my invitation, because that is the kind of relationship I maintain. And you get immediate free access to resources. So I have designed around 5 to 6 resources, that is ebooks. So you get immediate access once you become a premium member. And not only that, I will be creating a lot of stuff in the coming months. And group mentorship, which is priceless, and community support, which is priceless, and paid internship opportunity. If someone of you want to work as an intern with my digital marketing agency, you can work as a paid intern. So value of all this easily could be 72,000 per year, which is around 6,000 rupees a month. So what is the average price of a movie ticket on a weekend? Could you kindly type it in the chat box quickly? What is the average price of a movie ticket on a weekend? Okay, Ganesh says 150 rupees. So Venkatesh Rao says 250 rupees. Okay, Vamsi says 250 rupees. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Prashantji says 400 rupees. Okay, so in some cases, it is much more than 400, 500, even 1,000 rupees. So market price per month for a monthly membership is somewhere between 3,000 rupees to 6,000 rupees in India, and it is much more outside India. In India, it is somewhere between 3,000 to 6,000 rupees for a monthly membership. So my membership price is very, very economical, and it's very nominal, as Sachin told, not to explain too much about the pricing. So I'm directly coming to the price point. It is not 40,000, it is not 4,000, it is not even 1,000. It is just 500 rupees per month. So which is nothing in today's time. So best time to become a paid member now. No long-term commitments. I'm not asking you to commit for a month or year or 6 months or 3 months. I'm just asking you to commit for a month. Become a member for a month. If you are not happy with my services, if you feel that I'm not the right coach, I'm not the right fit, you can discontinue your membership. build your network with like-minded people, and 24/7 access to the courses, and live weekly session every Tuesday evening from 7 to 8 India time. There are so many coaches or the businesses which are collecting annual membership, but I'm just collecting a monthly membership because I want to keep you in a complete safe zone. So how to join? This is the link I will be sharing in the chat. So if anybody is interested, you can join the community right now, or maybe after the call, or even tomorrow. If you join now or in the next 1 hour, the price is going to be the same. Okay. So thank you. You can call me or WhatsApp me on this number 98800083957, and you can email at pramodthecoach.in. Thank you, Sachin, and thank you everybody here. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and shoot your questions to Sachin as well. If you have any questions to me, you can shoot your questions to me also. So we can spend another 5 good minutes. Thank you. Yes, Sachin.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pramodji. I think yeah, guys, so join the community. That's what it's all about, right? So I'm sure you're going to learn a lot of digital skills from Mr. Pramod. So check his link out. Yes, Archana, you can follow on Instagram. I think just type Sachin Diya maybe or Diya Consulting on the internet or Google. You will be able to find the YouTube link. Yes, I'm very active on Insta. Do share like daily or maybe at least 4-5 reels in a week, and daily one long video on YouTube. So maybe you can check it out on YouTube, or maybe you can just Google it. Otherwise, just give me a second. If you have any questions, guys, you can ask. I'm very will be happy to answer if you have any questions. Or maybe you can share your one key takeaway that you had from today's session. One key takeaway. Not long, just one key takeaway. You can mention that in the chat box maybe, or you can, yeah, this. Or you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Sachin. I have one question here.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
Yeah. See, now basic thing for the sale is raw material. That is the prospect. So when we get the prospect only, we'll whatever the 5 steps you have told, we'll be applying that particular thing. So basically, if we get more prospect, the sales, whatever conversion, it will be high. So basic thing is how to get more prospect. That is my question.
Okay. So so you are saying basically your issue is more about marketing, that is generating more leads rather than on sales. Correct?
Yes, leads.
Okay. So what exactly, if you don't mind, like who is your target audience and what exactly you solve, or the maybe industry that you are in?
So I am a finance wellness coach. I am a personal finance coach.
Okay, personal finance coach. And who is your targeting? Like working professionals or executives, like top CEOs? What exactly?
It's a mixed kind of thing.
Okay. If you don't, what I would recommend you first is maybe is
those in a clear. I will tell you the target audience is the one who is earning more than 25 lakhs and above.
Okay. Okay. That's very
Per
clear.
annum.
Yeah,
per
that's
annum.
good. That's good. That's good. So there are now 2 ways. I'm sure like Pramodji will share on this part. If your issue that you want to get into leads, now right now check out what are the channels you are having that you are generating. Now there are only 3 ways to generate leads always. One, through your organic content, or through your referrals. Oh, sorry, through your what do you call? Organic content, posting content stuff, joining some communities, networking, and all those platforms that are there, right? Networking platforms and all. I will not name them. I'm sure you are aware of it, right? BNI kind of stuff. Second is creating your proper system through digital marketing, that is paid ads, which are going to give you consistent leads. That is the most reliable way I would recommend. I'm not saying this only works, that only works. I'm not that guy. We use all these 3 channels, to be honest, in our business as well. Paid ads, where you run Facebook or YouTube ads, get leads consistently. If you are having this channel in your business, well and good. If not, I would recommend do it because that is more consistent. Organic is slow. It's always, up and down kind of stuff. Third way is more about referrals and maybe a renewal of your clients. If in your business model, you have some, front end product and that a back end product, like a higher ticket size product. So upsells, basically we call them. So that is another way where you are actually asking for referrals from your existing clients, delivering results to them, and then maybe upselling them the next level of product that you are having. So see these three channels, if you are having it right now, well and good. If you are already having it, then optimize it. If you are only having one and you're dependent on it, that's where, if you ask me, the predictable one is doing Facebook ads. Because on daily basis, you'll be getting leads and the calls. So that's how your system will keep on growing. Organic do work, yes, but it's a very slow process. And referrals, you know it, we know it. It's not like a very sustainable business model, like a sustainable channel. So I would recommend these are three ways to generate leads. I think more maybe because Facebook ads, we also help in Facebook ads to our clients in terms of your marketing. But I think digital marketing, we have a Pramodji who can assist you in that, in setting up your system. I hope I was able to cover your answer.
Yeah, thank you very much for your inputs.
Yeah. All right. Any other person? Any other question? Otherwise, we are good to go. I think we've already exceeded our time.
Yes.
But I hope it was very worth investing.
If anybody has a question, please go ahead and ask your question. And if anybody wants to join the community, my paid community, the link is there in the Zoom chat. You can just click on the link. It will take you to the community. As I mentioned, it is just a 500 rupees a month.
Yeah, Sachin,
Awesome.
one question.
Yeah.
So basically, you talk about don't share the much detail about the price. So when we talk with the prospects about the price, if certain price is fixed, for example, in my case, I am a coach, so my price will be for around per hour session, right? So when I say that this is what the price, so you said that how this price has arrived. So I need not to share that, right? Am I correct?
Okay. Yeah. So basically, this is the psychology behind saying the price. When somebody asks you sharing the price, the first thing you need to do, that's what we tell our clients as well. Hey, I'm not even sure if I can help you out in the first place. Now that's all goes back to the framing part. What most, I would say, not most, like 95% of the people, business owners, coaches, trainers, all you can include, they think your prospect, एक होता है ना psychology में बिठा हुआ है, customer is the king. Add value. Value का मतलब क्या होता है कि don't lick their boots or don't just say answer what they are saying. Always that's what we do, reverse psychology on this. They have a problem, you have a solution. So what instantly, if somebody gonna come to us and ask, hey, what you are charging? The first response that I always share is, hey, I'm not even sure if I can help you out at the first place. So in order to know what exactly problem you are going through, challenges you're going through, I just need to know a couple of details so that accordingly I can customize the entire roadmap for you and then I can share the price. Sounds fair? It hardly gonna take 15 minutes. That's what we call it qualifying the leads. There are 4-5 questions which I just shared today. You can ask those questions in that call itself. 15 minutes hardly, phone call or a chat or whatever this will take, right? That should be the first response. If they're adamant on the price, leave. Do not waste your time. They are not your prospect. That's how Audi become an Audi or BMW become a BMW. They're not, again, you just see the psychology. Don't just example I'm going to WagonR and then the Audi, or the BMW and then the Audi, right? Only limited number of people can afford that. Why? Because they are top 1% in the industry. So how you will become a top 1%? This is the psychology that goes behind becoming a top 1%. Either you can become Nano or Tata, WagonR, whatever, WagonR and all. So when I say don't share the price, because whenever you're going to share the price, the first instinct reaction of any human being will go into more of price-based thinking rather than value-based thinking. The entire mind will think, irrespective, even if you're charging less, oh my God, 1 घंटे का 2,000 या 1 घंटे का 5,000, 1 घंटे का 10,000. My goodness. Like, that's why you got this question ki, can you justify? How come you conclude to this? Like how you can come to this price? That goes in the mind. So that's the first question. That's what I will deal if somebody gonna message me, hey, how much you're charging? Hey, not even sure if I can help you at the first place. If you're open to have a quick 5-minute chat, 10-minute chat, just to know where the challenge you are facing, and I can see if I can help you out, then maybe I can, roll out the plan, like share with you the pricing and everything. Sounds good? So that's the psychology behind not sharing the prices at the front. Because that's how human nature is, right? Psychology always, money, money, money. And that's where the example of doctor I shared, right? The gap part. when we go to a doctor, that's what again I use like a lot of in my sales call as a metaphor. They don't directly go and charge them how much will the total cost of it. वो बहुत पहले तो ये पूछेगा पहले मैं check तो कर लूं. Let me even check whether what pain you are having. Accordingly, I will just give you medicine, or I need to write a test for you, or I need to operate a surgery on you and all that stuff, right? So similar to that as well. Be like a sales doctor, thinking like that. So that's my psychology. I hope I was able to answer your question.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Welcome. So awesome. So any other questions, or are we good to
We will take
close?
one last question as we are running out of time. It's already
Sure.
8:20. So if anybody has a question, please go ahead and shoot your question.
And by the way, we are using same principles for our clients as well, who are selling, as I mentioned, to 6-figure, 5 lakh product, 10 lakh, 50 lakh as well. And in our case as well, we also sell like 6-figure product plus services of ours, which again, we do the same philosophy.
So if no questions, then it's good to end. Shall
Yep.
we end, Sachin?
Absolutely, absolutely. I hope this was wonderful. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'm in Pramodji is there. And again, I would recommend have a mentor. He's the right guy if you are facing some marketing issues, because I've been knowing him from last 2-3 years now. And he's one of the genuine person that I know in as far as the digital marketing space is concerned. You know it, there are a lot of people out there talking a lot of stuff, giving a lot of promises, and then they don't deliver. I think he's the right person when it comes to really, delivering what he promised. If he cannot deliver, I think he will tell you straight on the face that he's not the right person.
100%. Thank
So
you,
yeah,
Sachin.
thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
everyone.
everyone
Thank
for
you once
taking
again.
your time.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
type thank you, Sachin, in the chat box quickly and end the
Thank
session.
you. Thank you so much for inviting me, and have a wonderful experience with all the lovely members. Yeah.